Well, abusua mo bi akwa wa smart TV abusua. Ka me aye say CCR if you watch Neko Ghana Prison Service. Make us a Ghana Prison Service but that be Ghana prisoners. Omo ya ati asempa. Asempa ne say and the interior minister ekopie mo committee anim omo ne di nkomo na omo bi say oh ya nya ne ntie say since 2010 Ghana Prison Service omo fees na like omo feeding fee no once the 80 pesos per inmate na nkwala nketo ampa omo ko schools free school for no that free SHS ni sa junior high school for no mpo sa nkwala ni mponya edi 2 cedis 50 pesos per akwala bia ti eba ne say na inmate for na omo ye impeding for no omo ye very adult no omo mo de na ye 1 cedi 80 pesos and interior minister ne do too just oh sa eyi ne de ono a wode nani akopie mu prison ho no hu nimpo na ye no hobo nti ode akoto omampani anim any finance minister omumpo de omususu 10 cedis but this year no omo say this year de omo nya nti omo nya 5 cedis 5 cedi na this year free nyambo ochina 1st October kono ombenya let's also come on here tie sansema interior minister the two there.
They agreed to do the 5 cities, and I even insisted that yes, we need something now, even as we await the 5 cities. Fortunately, we've started the budget process, it's in there. But the last quarter, His Excellency approved that 10 million, because it was going to take averagely 10 million a quarter. So if you see our next budget, you see there will be, and now we managed to separate it, because what used to happen, I'm sure Madam Chair is very, very familiar, it gets bulked in within the budget of the prisons. So we are not able to see it standing alone, to see how small it is. I've managed to convince my colleague, the finance minister, to let it stand alone. So now you see it when the budget can, it will be standing alone, and you see that prison feeding is standing at 40 million. That's 10 million per quarter. We know that the 5 cities is not adequate, but looking at where we are taking it from, 1 city, 80% to 5 cities, it would be a good start, hoping that we'll build on it. Because like you rightly said, even children who just eat once, we use 2 cities, 50 pesos. Meaning that for adults, even if we are going to use that same rate, it means the minimum should be about 7 cities, 50 pesos. But we proposed 10 cities. We battled out, we were standing at 7 and 8, but you know the budget envelope, they said that they can manage with 5 for now. We are hoping that into 2027, we should be able to even get this even further improved. But like the Director General rightly said, the prison challenges are enormous. And when I visited some of them, I almost broke down, because I thought that they were preparing, you know, in the house when they are preparing to do TZ, they normally match the condo in a kind of water. So I thought that's why they said that's the porridge. I said, no, what is this? They said that's the porridge. And it came to a time that I don't know who brought the idea of 3 meal square, because 3 cannot be square. Now we are not talking about 3 meal square. We virtually come to a point that we're feeding them only once in a day. Because there's no any magic you can do with 1 Ghana 80 pesos, if not just water that you are going to give. So it was just once, and that was a danger that we were sitting on. So we tried to decongest by giving amnesty to about 787 first-timers and some few others, totaling about 900 plus, just to decongest the prison. Even with that, the prison congestion has just reduced from 36% to 33%, meaning that there's still congestion. But we believe that if we're able to feed, and some of the other strategies that we are trying to adopt, that's getting prison industrialization, where we set up industries within the prison, where Ministry of Education is supporting us to sign a memorandum of understanding to do furniture, to do the sanitary part, to do uniform. That will help. Then they get something to do, they make additional income. And then the agriculture, and I must take this opportunity to thank a lot of Nananum across the country. They listen to our plea, and many of them have come forward. Some have given us 100 acres, 200 acres, and we are tilting it together with the Minister of Agric. Minister of Agric is also very supportive with this Feeding Ghana project. We'll partner them, and we are doing all this to help make sure that we produce some of the food ourselves, whilst we use at least the little that is coming from government for feeding, to make sure that at least, if for nothing, once they are there, they should be well fed. That will help us reduce the skin diseases that we see there, a lot of the ailment that we see, all that we hope will come down. But we are happy that at least some progress has been made, and we hope that maybe within the week, the finance minister will make sure that we get the 10 million so that 1st October, we have a start from tomorrow. Thank you so much, Madam Chair.
The Interior Minister, Edison Samuel Tujano. Interior Minister, I know Samuel ACL, and Sista Akos, and Ghana Fubi, and Nkansah Sista Akos, Sista Akos ban was A. So this year, prisoners, you have to two fees, maybe every once the 80 persons, up of 5 6 there, and A. And this year, the Agradaa will turn 15 years, but the why about tough, na phone and no one baby, as she come. Say, dear, so I will Sister Akos, say, Sister Akos, they say, maybe Abba. I saw a church, Agradaa Accra.
For my quick breaking news, Interior Minister Honorable Muntaka Ebusia what the increment aba eye zone toline alele enemu prisoners or more edziban or more just a feeding fee no they said you're more increasing from 1 CD 80 pesos meaning I said they acquire 5 Ghana cedis not just say amount for night cause any Agradaa be about 15 years time or the end just I mean in funo and then 2 years you say kutu na near the bossy I say domain just say alele ne eye zone tolia obesisa egu ne yemu ne de abusia no kwasem enye asem ketwa na abusia na ne increment papa no aban papa by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama yes ebegu so abona baso as say prisoners first and say omudi zone toli quarter me pa to say ye double triple so aso na alele quarter ne de abusia na ne ho nam de aba me din is
hello Sister Akos wie no Sister Akos de ne se wo tu jare ana Manasseh de nsem kakara tu jare oh Ghana man peni de nyamisha no e ni papa ohu Ghana president ayemi omuni na ohu dia bitrimi ye chance papa we ba owo request bi e de ma omampeni ne request ni na I say sisi ano media ne so no I say asemisi na TikTok ho any internet ne so ankasa nkwa asemisi ma bloggers ni bi na omo posti omo didi mpenifo ni bi atem omo ye kwase ade o ma ye kyekye omo nti amasisi a sa atemdidi eni anso ne ade ne so ate nti osre omampeni se onfa sa ade ne free on link from bloggers ne so straight to asofo ne so ko sisi a Ghana ha no kona Ghana nkoso ni nyina ye asofo ni bi omo kyehye parties echi omo ka ho omo from ho asofo no omo titru ka ho na sisi amo Ghana nkoso cause odi nkwa asema odim se all party e di echi no kwa se yebe man 5 years ana 3 years mpa yebe so kaka nti on the yes osre omampeni pa se the other bloggers no TikTok ni internet ni so on link sa straight ni bi anfembra asofo ni so cause asofo ni sisi asofo no omo from munyame ni pa asofo no mbetena media ne so a atembidi ehunu se biro nkwase akeka se o maame ha o papa ha o ile ha eno nko na asofo ne ka ti on fa sa asem ni emfa ho na omo nye steady eso se obeka money akoti nsema Manasseh so di tuga smart TV ma revisit our first time ni abesha obe subscribe no asa like am
no me no be bon komo na komo me no bon ne nyina ne se unyankopon enhira Yewura John Dramani Mahama, the president of this nation. Ghana, your president, sorry. Yaman Penyana, when Yami Yina Maye, when Yami Ishran na Onyanekesiye, when Yankopon, Winshra, the president of this nation. Na Oman so Onyanekesiye. Na Yambesa no come one some and then they say, Oh my Ghana. Omani tum peja no omani tum fa ne tum pamfra enko nanim se de wose ko nanim nyina da enkrofo bi ofro ho sa asofo a wode wo ho ahye oman Ghana amanyo semu tio Akrophobia of France a software. What do you want to Ghana among your symbol? A move on do an empty and I'm on my Ghana, and that's what you be a key. Now, Crown may catch them. You face you, no crack may catch them. Next year, only can't say ye. No for so a family. Wapana MPP, a bresono. So, I'm sure I saw for me, sorry, what Ghana. Then your baba internet no muguso and tokwa we see me na be champion we see me na be powerful be identify no say they are all powerful and I did we talk also krom ha also to the extent they say a true baby no na asofo sem I say Bruce Lee any Jet Li I say snake style and a cat style and an edit krom ha. And you could see, said there was no spirituality among these people, but all that we were experiencing was fighting. And tokwa. And fashi amre. And fashi papa bi amre. Na meka senwe. Yura dan pare ebreso. Otuna sidi no hwe hu say social media nyema ye ko so na ha mo yen. Be ma ya man yourself akonechi. Be twi o man na side o man akonechi. And otuna se na oye cleaning e wo social media ne so. Ni clean na oye wo social media ne so no. Obandi prophecies nkwasi ankomhye. Unnecessary prophecies. And kwasi ankomhye hu hia. Ya bandi wo krom ha. Ya kase mo obi a magician kom bia wo krom ha fa nkyere obi a. Yes. Ampa sadi ni siwie ye no. Afena mahunu se Addo hyeche. Mahunu se nentwie nikamoka. Ena omo ka ho so hye mok. San kwasi anyema ni nyina tu betwae. Tu twa wa Ghana. Ama omani saifa ne ntuma pa esefrai. Na yekoda ya esore na hanu ye ya sebe amamwo de obi ko na ebiaba. Ena amamwo foforo aba eye Yewura John Dramani Mahama, the president of this nation. Ebae. Medika ka kira mu se papa no do yenyam sumni akọ Assemblies of God. Etino ama asofo bi afa ho esankwan. Ama afa ho ye ndem be okru hanu ma enye. Because ene de ekoso ye media no so no. Anu wadeni. Entokwasem anu wadeni. Enye kan say ensarema o. Enye ensarema kekedeko asofo. The so-called pastors, the people that believe themselves that they are working for God and not for man, but they have rather allowed the carnality, the flesh, the feeling of their flesh to overcome the spirituality. So they no more speak like Christ. They no more portray a pastoral role, but all that they do is they allow the flesh to lead them. And so these people are doing physical work and not spiritual work. Maybe some can say me na etu yeman penyenem say esrelo on stop when you maybe Ghana maye e wo social media ne so asofo bi no hihye aman yosem echi edi boni wo krom ha asofo bi no ehihye aman yosem echi edi nsemu e wo krom ha because when we say odi boni a na say e kodu police station enam say or then who political party be muntino, there will be a consideration. They will not take him on. They will not take him on because of the one share amayusemu. So every day they continue to intimidate the truth. They continue to intimidate the reality. They continue to intimidate people, the outspoken people that have the right to say the good things that can help this nation. They will not allow them. They will not allow them. Maybe what you be, Mr. Pa, you are John Dramani Mahama. You are our president, and I wish, say you are John Dramani Mahama home, and obey president. I check. I wish say obey president. I check because he is a man that understands his people, and he is there for us. He's working for this generation. He's working for Ghanaians, and we are mostly happy to have him as our president of this nation. You have done something great for this nation, because there was a time also social media, mostly TikTok, right? TikToker, a lot of things, and I bet here. Attendidie, Ediabro, now we go with dia, now we do a yatem, now we go with dia, now we do a yatem. Tirio. Sandiamo we talk also to the extent they say a true baby no. Now also a Ghana social media so in the bio. Because I ain't talk attendidie and talk attendidie. Opim say you are John Dramani Mahama sorry that Korotina Sieno say Obia when your blog be a wujimi biano. They have to arrest you. And Omusha say Chichi Nkrofobi ma omoni ba wo so. Even though it won't try, but it is better than before. It is okay now than before, because before then, now it was only insult. We come on social media to insult the elderly people and go scot-free. But this time, there has been a social media law that has been implemented, and it is working. That if you go above the social media law, you have to be called before the law. And we are ready for such move, and such a great move. We are happy for it. And we will say that God bless Mr. President for doing all these things for us. But Mr. President, this is what Ghanaians, most of them are saying. And because they know that I carry a voice, they want me to voice it out. So that if it can go into the ears of our president, and if it is important and meaningful for any good action to be taken, so that there shall be peace, you'll be okay. You'll be happy. The reason is, number one, say your social media yet is one. Your social media you also say ya and to na entokwana e ko so no Mr. President enye ahoho bi o eye asofo enye wi asofo eye asofo wona o mji o mu di se o mu eye asori kita Bible e de tro so ye yadwuma o mu e na ne o mu kontokwa we see me powerful we see me chen we Mr. President ye me kai pa say ye wura na Addo ebreso no na nkrofo bi tumi de eba social media be threaten nkrofo me yesofo we are me kum we are me do boni we are me twa tachirema we are me me ye boni obi antumi nya hwe enko ba bia, because they were having a backbone by then, and they hid it behind politics to destroy many lives. They hide it behind politics to threaten many people. And when it got to a point, say a Drew Belukrano, na it said Nyamia Memua and Kadiabebe Nina Siema at Truden Chokasi at Oh my Ghana. Sadi we talk also and Nanado Emma IGP a year cleaning. or yes sanitation on social media, banting unnecessary prophecies. If you don't know what I'm saying, a job is somewhere I can see be a be sure I will work with and support the what once. Be sure I'm why. Be a minute because at that time we wouldn't know about sorry about the casa. I shall come. Who cried the wood now 1 minute. It you know, ammonia may be grown muji. I won't stop where you cry. Nothing to be because the only duty they come on social media to do is to fight, not to preach but to fight. Sunday man to try, a crocodile. Yehudia is here. You are gentlemen in Mahama Baye. Omina will be outside the doors, will be in the social media platform. And all that they do on the platform is to just insult. And these people are the people who are most of them will say they are pastors. But what they are portraying on the social media doesn't teach anybody nothing. It doesn't teach us anything about Christ. It doesn't teach us anything about Christianity. It doesn't teach us anything about good example of a leader. So, dear Mr. President, and Crophobia Wyatt it was social media. Only a software attempt the day. It would threaten a whole echo so and in Yama Bibi, Mr. Papa, and cover 2 days to form of my Ghana. Now, what to my reshuffle we am I? Why a cleaning am I? Why a social media sanitation am I? Now, you may be a more brassia. That this nation, we are going to really appreciate you one more time. You have really done a good job for us. You are still doing it, and we trust there is a lot in you that God can use you to do to help this nation. I am not a politician, but it will be my wish that I will pray for our president to continue. But if the Lord doesn't permit, who am I? Because you are really doing a good job for this nation, and we really appreciate you for that. Mr. President, yes, listen, come a social media law. In Kenny, a softphobia, or social media, so a muchili, not on my way, you're fine to my penfra. Nanka on my Ghana, you're fine to my pa, infra. Because a near my echo swan, I will hope. Attempt the day. A software to Metnasia, when you translate, when you came a software, so-called pastors. And then Sunday they will go and sit in their church, stand on their pulpit, and come and tell us, say, when Yamia Kasa say, when Yamina Kasa say, they are all rubbish. Those pastors doing this kind of stupidity things, they are all rubbish. And I am therefore pleading with the Mr. President that, Father, do something about these things. Because they are growing so much wings. They are growing so much wings. And the wings they are growing, if we don't take care, a time is coming up, they will tell us, so So I know, say Mr. President, will be or TV. Attempt the DNA to sell a software, attempt the DNA to a chill away at the HSA, a too much. It does, software the and can over Kenya Miasa. What preaching gospel to you? A man said, an idea software moment, a better say, a can't translate him, when you translate, whatever, and what Jimmy for, and I see a net a software. It is also we say the catch us was so fully. Now, what did I say? We could do the attempt we are. Not Sunday or Besha will come. We hate Christianity. Agradaa near man or in the Biana Musmu, you Sumusano condemn Agradaa so in your papa. Agradaa in your papa and say, Moody and we papa, because no we are Obeka. moya obeba be kwantamo eni ntino mo so wonye papa eno no so hunu said ye moya ni nye papa no so follow the same direction or follow the same direction because who said ye moya e ya sa she saw it who ye asofo edi nyame sembe titi nipa dabi ye jai bible na to baby and ye dia to die enka wonyame papa we ne wo se ke ye hwe no papa we ne se ke hwe no ye jai bible na to baby and ye de atem didie ene ye nyame so enima hu hia ye die nyame so na we betumi am man Ghana koso we ebetumi am man Ghana akoso ana entumi